Hi, in this video I'll be showing you how to replace a door seal on this hot-point washing machine. There are a couple of reasons why you would need to replace your door seal. If it's full of mould, or if it's leaking due to damage such as this one. Safety first, always unplug an appliance before carrying out any work. The next thing I need to do is to remove the top of the appliance by undoing these screws at the back. With the top removed, we can see the door seal inside the machine and the type of clamp used to hold it in place. The clamp used on this hot-point washing machine is different to the clamp used on most other washing machines. So to be able to show you clearly how to remove the clamp, I need to remove the front of the appliance. To do that, I need to take out the soap drawer and also lift out the control panel by undoing the screws that hold it in place. With all the screws removed from the control panel, I can undo the clips that hold it in place and lift out of the way. The door seal is held in place on the front panel by a sprung retaining band which goes all the way around the front of the seal. To remove the seal, I need to first remove the band, so you need to locate the spring and then ease it off by using a flathead screwdriver underneath and then lift it away. With the band removed, I can take the door seal off the front panel and then push into the machine. I can now remove the kick plate at the bottom of the washing machine, and this gives me access to the screws behind that hold the front panel in place here and also at the top here. With all the screws removed, I can gently lift up the panel and lift it away from the cabinet, disconnecting the electrical connection to the door lock. And here we can clearly see the door seal clamp. The door seal clamp has a bracket that runs all the way across the top and is held in place by two opposite facing hooks. So if we use a wire to demonstrate, all I need to do is to push down on the hook to release the clamp. How I'm going to do that is grab a very small flat-headed screwdriver, work it into the hook and then gently twist and push down to release. And these clamps can be a little fiddly, so take your time with it so as you don't damage the clamp itself. And it may be, if you find it easier, a better idea to use two flat-headed screwdrivers. Here we have our new door seal. What I'm doing is just putting a bit of washing up liquid to help lubricate the inner lip so that I can ease it onto the tub. Now before I fit the door seal, I'm just going to give the rim on the tub a good wipe to clear off any dirt or debris. And then I can align the door sill to its correct position. So we have two drain holes at the bottom of the door sill, which align with the slot here. And we also have a gap in the door sill, which lines up with this mark on the tub here. I can then put it into place on the tub. This gap in the door sill should fit all the way around this lip on the tub. So just align the seal up and then push it into place. Once it's into place at the top, you can then work your fingers round to put it on the rest of the tub. When you're happy that the door sill is firmly on the lip, because we've used washing up liquid around the inside, you can gently spin the door sill into its correct position, like so. I can then replace the inner retaining band. If we take a look at the clamp, you can see that the other hooked end is almost halfway through the bracket. So what I'm going to do to make the job a lot easier, I'm going to push this end right the way through the bracket and then reintroduce it at the other end to give us more space to work with. I can then fit it to the door sill. Before I wrap the band into position around the seal, I'm just going to attach this hook into one of the first slots, put it around the seal in its correct place. I can then use a flat-headed screwdriver, one at first, to take it as far as I can along the bracket. With two screwdrivers of the same size, you can hold them in place with one hand and pinch them with the other, just to make sure the hooks are as close to each other as possible and the band is nice and tightly in place. With our brand new door sill in place, I can reassemble the machine. Before fitting the front panel, remember to reconnect your electrical connection to the door lock. With the front panel hooked into place, and before I refit the door sill on the outside, it's a good time to mention that on some washing machines it is not possible to remove the front panel. So to access the inner retaining band clamp, you'd have to go through the door hole itself. To make that job a lot easier, it's a good idea to release one of the tub springs, which will lower the tub, meaning that you can see and access the clamp a lot easier. Again, it's a little easier to fit the door sill to the outside if you use a bit of washing up liquid around the rim. Now I can replace the outer retaining band. It's a good idea to place the spring either near the top or round one of the sides. That way, if you do have a leak in the door sill, it won't damage the spring itself. To refit the kick plate, just locate these three pegs into their slots on the machine and then clip into place. When fitting the control panel, just make sure that the housing is correctly placed. That means you can put the screw in to the correct position. Control panel in place. I can refit our soap drawer. And next, replace the top. And there we are.